so far away, so we can fit all of us in.
Yeah, it's a little screen.
Should we take turns? I'm so excited. We have 3 guests today. We have Emmy winner and amazing human being, voice director and actress, Eden Riegel.
The color
We have Zeno Robinson, who is the voice of the Golden Guard, who may or may not have brought his own.
I have a mask. I brought the mask.
Not a contest.
I know you can't wear it right now.
No.
You'll not be able to hear him. And you'll pass out.
Yeah. It's hot.
It's not cold here.
It is.
And
97.
we have John Bailey Owen, or J-Bo, as I've
J-Bo!
Jerba.
I'm gonna call you J-Bo.
Who's a writer on the show, and thank you all of you for joining us today. We just like to come geek out about the show and what we love about it. We've got some fun questions on Twitter. I know a lot of people ask some really good questions. Some of them are also super spoilery, and I can't answer anything.
Will not spoil it. We've never worked again.
Yeah.
It's not personal.
We love you, but
We'd love to talk about
We're
it.
not Tom Holland. And.
So anyway, this one was Any Sport with Storm, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Right? The A in Fear Block. And we got to see a lot of Hunter.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
We got to see Boscha, who is
yeah. You're so mean.
Every time I watch it, I still can't believe it's you.
She's so nice.
It's like, yeah. How do you touch into this?
I kind of just tell you.
And we got to see Willow and her continued exercise regimen, which is pretty
She's
cool.
off.
She's on it.
Also, she fight the man. Like, he tried to tell her what she couldn't do, who she couldn't be, and she's like,
I'm like that too. Like, that's what I can do.
Right?
That's right. I'll do it just because you said I can.
Oh, so you're an actor?
Yeah.
Got
Yes.
it. Okay.
nobody bosses us around except everyone else.
Right.
So, John, you wrote this episode. You wrote this episode. What fun, juicy tidbits can you tell us that?
Oh, juicy tidbits, I'm trying to think. Well, obviously, there are many different directions that it went in over the course of the writing. I mean, especially with the Azura stuff, I mean, because we were always interested in trying to figure out what Azura is actually like. So, yeah, I guess there's some juicy stuff there. Yeah, some unexplored Azura chapters and so forth. But yeah, I think we were just liked the idea of being an idiot, trying to be an idiot.
Yeah.
Also having so much humor, it's stupid cape.
Yeah.
Wait, your cape is not stupid, it's just really stupid.
That's me.
You can't hear anything.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
All right.
Thanks for telling us.
Yeah, checked in.
All right.
Commentary and
Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go super high budge. I know we need microphones. We tried. I'm sorry.
We tried.
Forgive. We're just gonna hand it on down.
Oh, nice.
How's that? Better?
Is that
better? I gotta wait for the comments to catch up.
No, he said he's delaying. He's project.
All right.
That's not his job.
So in case you missed it, we have Eden Riegel, who is our
doesn't look bad.
intrepid voice director. Robbie, I love you. Thank you.
Thank you.
And also the voice of Boscha.
Yes.
We have Rebecca Rose, who is a production assistant on the show. We have Zeno Robinson and his
My mask.
not
My almost
codpiece. As Hunter the Golden Guard, we have John Bailey Owen, who's a writer, who wrote this
J-Bo.
last episode. This one, I don't know who
Hi.
J-Bo is. Are you even on the show?
I wrote this episode. I'm so glad you asked. It was really interesting because we really wanted to explore like Azura.
Yeah, right.
It kind of went in a lot of directions, but I'm happy to be here.
And me. Hi, you know me. It's real hot here, so we are sweating, and
Pardon.
there is air
We're
conditioning.
glistening.
But here we are.
It's magic.
So, I think the question on everybody's mind, Zeno, why is Hunter so tired?
Because he doesn't sleep. He thinks about how he can be better at developers every day, all night. So that's why he's so tired. He's
Wait, didn't we
tired
learn
of
that he
sleep.
gets one day off every year?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Endlessly working for the betterment of everyone on the Boiling Isles. He's here for you and for everyone else. That's why he doesn't sleep, because he's too busy protecting the Boiling Isles from wild magic.
So good, so good. And we learned that Tiny Nose actually has a name.
Oh, yeah.
Janella
I died.
Noza, that was the best reveal.
I died when they said that. What was your favorite part of this? Was it the Azura non-reveal, Tibbles coming back?
No. I fucking hate
Everyone
Tibbles.
hates Tibbles. Everyone hates Tibbles.
I was thinking of asking him to be on here, and I was like, it might be too soon. I'm not ready for Tibbles in real life. I'm real angry at him.
He's not great.
He's always around, always creeping.
I'm just gonna keep panning this camera back and
Yeah.
forth. So
It's like those like talk shows where they cuts to the other person all the time.
maybe I should also be a camera assistant on the show.
You're doing real good.
I think we also, you probably didn't hear us when we were talking about Willow and her absolute buffness.
Yes.
And how like ripped she's getting.
Man.
Yes.
She's like coming into her own. I love it. Makes
Swallow.
me happy. I know.
Well,
Swallow.
she's also, yes, it's physical, but it's also like emotional. Like she has so much more confidence than when we first saw her
Yes.
in season 1.
Yep.
And that was fun for Tati. I know to tap into that side of the character and like really like actually like she really takes command in this episode and like makes shit happen.
Yes.
Kids want to make stuff happen. She makes some things
You guys don't care if we say shit, right?
happen is what
Y'all say it. I know you say it.
That's fun to watch. That's
Yeah.
really
It's so good.
inspiring.
It is. And I loved Darius, first off. I
Yes.
think the voice actor for
Darius
Darius.
is
What a
great.
twist.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I like.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was like, oh, you don't just follow rules.
Right.
Like,
But,
real messed up. Like a guy, you're like, you're still a jerk, but like
Yeah, but
a jerk with a heart. But
But he wears
a
really
jerk with
cozy
feelings.
clothes. He just looks so cozy.
Yeah.
his hair was.
I know the
Did
hair.
you see he looks
He's
so
fabulous.
cozy?
It's like his leisure wear when he's like chilling on his day off and then Hunter calls in.
He is
He's
like
how'd
Hunter
you get
ruins
this
his
done?
day.
That's right.
That crow phone actually might have been my favorite. That's
His
so
one
funny.
day off.
That it's a crow, but it still has all the buttons or like the little speaker holes.
Oh yeah.
I think my favorite part is it's like hidden kind of, but like when Darius is scrolling through, it's like all the different characters
Yes.
on Instagram. So it's like Chilly Lily and like Rainy Day, and then if you look at the comments, Ida's like return my calls.
And Darius is like
I
boring.
know, and then it gets to Alador, he's like mute.
I know Penstagram. I love Penstagram. It's so good.
It's great.
John, do you have any favorite parts from this episode?
Oh, well, I really did always. The first episode I wrote was the first Willow episode, so I was very excited to
Oh my
get
God.
to go back. And then I did Understanding Willow too, so I got to do 2 interesting dives into Willow's life, and then this one was a very fun one to do.
That's awesome.
I want
Well,
11 more
bravo.
Willow episodes.
No,
Yeah. She's such a fun character, and she's like, she seems so sweet, and then she's totally swole. So
Yeah.
like, here we go.
She's
I love
also
it.
a baddie
Sweet
with
like
that
honey,
plant
but
magic.
sweet like a bee.
She handles
Yeah,
you.
that's
Yeah, I know.
She formally handles you.
Yeah, takes him down. I think like I really like Hunter just trying to be a kid, like trying to like really like I like when he's like they'll like what I like rules and yeah.
It's like that one Steve Buscemi meme.
Yeah.
Hello, fellow
Hello,
kids.
exactly. I feel like some people drew that actually. With,
Yeah, I think there was a meme going around. Really?
Hunter,
Oh my
yeah, with
God.
Hunter like dressed like
That's
that. Like how do you
amazing.
do fellow teenager?
That's
Yeah.
Please forgive my Blair Witch camera work. I'm trying to hold this thing up with my arm, and it's
Oh,
really.
Triggered just by hearing it.
I'm gonna like give this to
Blair
somebody in a
Witch,
minute. 'Cause
cinematic
I'm-
gold. We can swap. Yeah.
Here you go. You hold it.
Also,
Buff, like,
Sissy and I hiked a whole mountain today, so she earned does not
did.
deserve this workout.
Nikki and I straight up climbed the mountain.
We climbed
back
a
there.
whole mountain. We fought off coyotes,
It was
mountain
like an
lions,
outside sauna.
you name it. Ugh. We fought them. Okay,
Um,
so we had questions.
Yes. Well, tell me what your favorite part of the episode was. No.
I really think it was Tanella Noza. No joke.
yeah.
I screamed when I recorded it, and it was funny because like when I read it, it was a genuine reaction. I was like, "She had a name this whole time," you know, like that was absolutely genuine. That was like my Nikki human reaction. I love Tiny Nose. I told Dana that from like the day it
good.
appeared.
Yeah.
She's
We need so much more Tiny Nose.
so much more.
Dana was
Okay.
too restrained.
Yeah.
I have questions. When Darius first gets the cape, he says, "Is that the original Golden Guard catch?" What is that? Do we know anything about that?
Oh, what can we
Just
reveal?
that-
Look at Eden's
well-
face.
No, right.
I think that just that there were other Golden Guards before Hunter.
Okay.
Makes sense. So he's not so old.
Okay. So when
Yeah.
they talk about his
Yeah.
predecessor, it's not
Yeah.
like some like secret thing?
No. I think Bellows has always had these.
Because the Golden Guard is like the
little
position.
sidekicks.
It's the Golden Guard is a position.
Yeah.
Okay.
You like so they're.
And then there's no like seamstresses that could have helped you with that. You had to
Yeah,
take
you had
that
to earn
into
it.
your own
Yeah.
hands. Okay.
You have to earn it.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess he wouldn't think that way. He would be like, I have to earn it the right way. Yeah.
Can I also give like a major shout out to the fact that Azura is toned down for the 6 to 11-year-old age range? Like, I died. I was like, here's a silent
Such a
day.
good line.
I love Boscha, that like now
Oh,
that
yeah.
she's not like the mean girl, she's lost her power.
And I do really love Boscha. Like, she's like,
I still have more
pay
friends.
attention to me. I'm more popular than you. Yeah, she's desperate for attention.
So good. It's so funny. Gus is the best bestie. Can we just give
Yeah.
Gus the love?
Sweet
Solid.
He's the best. I
Sweet
love
boy.
He
him.
defends her. He
Oh.
knows.
So good.
My camera works less good than Cissy's, and I don't care. I'm doing my best.
I know. And Steve. Like every time Steve pops up, I die. I die.
He's the real
like that.
protagonist.
Yeah.
Spoiler.
I would like to read that
Spoiler.
essay. I would fully read that essay on why Steve's
It's actually
secretly
about
the
Steve. It's actually about
protagonist.
Steve.
Steve is
Spoiler.
actually Ida.
Yeah.
So wait,
At the end of the show.
can we rewind? I
Yes.
want to ask Eden.
Yes.
Eden, you have such like an interesting job, and I know you have such an interesting background. But if you had to summarize, in case people don't understand exactly what it is you do on the Owl House,
Yes.
how do you do it? A, and B, what exactly is it in like a soundbite?
Well, I have the best job because I get to work with the most fun people.
She has to say that because we're all here.
We'll pay you later.
Yeah.
I have your 20.
And basically all I do is just bask in your brilliance,
Yeah.
and I like read the other lines with you. So we have to do, when we do recordings, unfortunately, we can't get everybody in a room together for maybe obvious reasons, but particularly now because of COVID, whatever, but also because of schedules, because you're all very busy actors, as you should be.
And also the sound would be very hard,
working.
right? Like,
And the
probably.
sound gets to be tricky, yes. So we have to record everybody mostly by themselves. So then I'm there with Dana and other representatives from the production team to make sure that it all makes sense, and that you guys have any information that you need about, like, for example, like, this is the way it's being staged and how far you are from the other person, and like reminding you about story things because it gets complicated. And then also just
That's always my question.
maybe just like
Yeah.
either
What?
reading you in
Something?
so that you have something to play off of, or even doing it as a scene and I'll like play all the other characters.
So helpful.
And also, like, you let us know sometimes other performances. So you're like, hey, so-and-so did this.
right.
So that's always helpful, too, because you know what other people did, so you can make sure we're not doing something totally...
totally
Yeah.
different.
Wild.
Sometimes we'll
Yeah.
like find the audio and play it for you just so that you're like, oh, this is what the
Yeah.
emotional beat is.
Exactly.
Just so that when it gets on TV, it's not like, oh, these people were all recorded at different times, and like.
Oh, you're getting a lot of love. They're appreciating
Yeah,
you.
Cissy, thank you.
They
That's
get
so
it.
sweet.
Oh, no,
But
that's for
really, like I like truly.
Why don't you poop on my
like,
parade?
the idea is that you guys feel comfortable so that you can bring your brilliance to it, and you do, and I mostly just get to sit there and like hear these brilliant performances and pinch myself that this is my job, and also I get to know you beautiful people, and that's like the
And
best
also,
part.
when it's bad, she makes it good and just tells us what to do.
Yeah.
So that's
You're
really
very
crucial, because
nice
sometimes
whenever,
you're not
like,
good.
Do you ever
something's
get
off, you're
like
always
nervous
like,
or uncomfortable while you're doing it, or are you just like?
Of course. Oh my god, I constantly
Like,
wish
what
there was
is
just
it?
like a curtain in front of me so like you couldn't see me, especially when you guys like have me like fall and jump and fight. It's very clear that I'm not an athlete. And you like kick someone and I'm like, and I'm like, no, I wish anyone else could like not see that. So yes, very
Well,
embarrassed all the
I
time.
was gonna say, like, we record in a room by ourselves, especially now with COVID. Like, it's like I'm just gonna go into this space all by my lonesome,
Yep.
and it's really nerve-wracking. And Eden has just the most incredible way of making you feel
good and loved and like not terrible.
Yeah, not terrible. No matter, even on my worst day when I was terrible, Eden made me not want to go home and
You've
cry.
never been terrible.
Oh, that's not
Bad
true.
days? Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah.
I had like my vocal cords were bleeding. I could like barely talk.
This
I sounded
episode
like
in
7
particular,
people.
my voice is a little raspier than normal.
So
actually.
that's the worst when you
Yeah.
hear it back. And
I was
you're
like, I
that was a
can
bad
hear,
day. I had a
and
cold.
then-
Like,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when you have the voice match and you're like, well,
Well, you get
now
it
I'm
in
not
your head.
sick.
Yeah.
Like,
And like sometimes they'll like, especially pre-COVID, right? Everybody would be sitting in the control room.
let me do
So
this.
you can
The more
see
flattering I
people.
am.
And they'd be like, "Cool, great, give us just a minute," and everything goes quiet, and they're like,
I
You
literally
know?
thought that because you couldn't hear us, it was just like
No, it's
No, it's
excruciating. I
nerve-wracking.
honestly wish she would just like.
I'm like,
sometimes I'm like, say it to my face. Let me learn.
"I'm getting recast, season 3. I'm getting recast.
Well,
I know
especially
it."
like the audition. I said it once. There was like 11 people in the booth, like in front of me. It was like I was talking to Dana, and like she was there and I was there, but there was also like 12 people not introduced behind her, and I was like, oh, I'm not getting this because 11 people just talked after I did. I was like, oh well, I did my best. I'm gonna go home and get lunch. So
Yeah, it's nerve-wracking, but you have always since
I mean,
day one.
just like listen to
Aaron.
Eden talk. I feel
Yeah.
like nobody can really feel uncomfortable with the voice that kind of sweet and gentle.
Yeah, just like Boscha.
and so where do you summon Boscha from?
Like, I'm like, I can't.
Yeah.
You guys are so sweet.
You literally just hear Eden like, hey, and it's like, all this rest of the world. Okay, I can do it.
So question: who's your favorite character? Why is it loose?
Why is it
And and like tell us. Aside, maybe it's Boscha, which would be a fair choice.
Understandable, I
I have a
guess.
soft spot for Boscha. I don't know. I feel like good, you know.
An actor at the end of the day. At the end of the day.
Is Jerbo.
Yeah.
Talk about Jerva.
Worst character.
Who's your favorite character? Is it Willow?
My favorite character is Hootie.
Hootie.
I mean, well,
Okay, that's a sign of a sociopath.
You failed the
I
test.
think Hootie's the funniest character. My favorite character is actually Luce, but that's not a very
Funniest character.
interesting
Wow.
Answer?
It's like a boring
The
answer.
right answer. That's the right answer. You can come back anytime you want.
The only characters I don't like, I love all the characters. I don't like Tibbles,
Tibble's
and
the worst.
I don't like Gerbo. It is based on me.
No, how do you not like Gerbo?
Wait, you just said
Pointless.
Turbo.
No.
You specifically said Jerbo? I don't know.
Jerbo.
Wait, this is.
Oh,
now
yeah,
I
it's
want to go
Jerbo.
back. And
Oh,
look
I
at
thought it was
the
Jerbo.
words.
It's Jerbo.
I want to re-record everything. Is it Jerbo or is it Turbo?
Gerbo.
Turbo. That's what I thought.
Jerbo.
By the way.
Okay.
I'll hold it again.
So
My
we got
hands
it
are real
right?
sweaty. And my
No,
camera
no,
works
no
this
last
good.
minute pickups.
We're switching again.
Thanks, I'm really glad. We need to
Boss
re-record everything.
Hunter, jeez.
It's okay. It's okay.
Zeno,
What's your
not
name?
Hunter.
My
Tell
favorite
the truth.
character? King. I really like King.
He's
Yeah,
good.
he's my
It's hard
favorite
not
character. Yeah.
It is hard not
So,
to.
what about you? Like, how did you find Hunter? Because I feel like Hunter, with Luce, I kind of came in as Luce. Like, I knew who she was, episode 1, maybe
Yeah.
so much revealed. Like, with Hunter, it's the opposite.
Yeah.
So, like, how did you know who he was going to be? Because I feel like it unfolds, like, so much, and he, like, blossoms.
I feel like the audition gave me enough, and like to be like, oh, this person's an important person of high status, but at his core, he's still a kid. And I think like playing into like the like kid nature is like really what like kind of leans into who Hunter is, especially like because in the audition sides he had the whole like I'm gonna dig this grave because I'm a failure like monologue, and it's like oh yeah, like he totally unwinds when things don't go like as planned. So I feel like that in particular is like kind of how I found like who he is. Like, oh, okay, like he's very much assured of himself, but he's not, you know, and like so like that's really what kind of keeps it tapped in is that kind of, for lack of a better word, like guarded nature of him, but still making
The mask.
Yeah, the mask, but still like making it young.
Had you heard of the show when you got booked?
Yeah, I knew of the show, and I've auditioned several times. I auditioned for Gus, I auditioned
Tibbles.
for Bartholomew. Like I auditioned for the show several times, so I knew what it was. I just like since I didn't get it all those other times, I was like. And I was already on Big City Green, so I was just like, no way they're gonna put me in
He's already
two
famous.
Disney shows.
He's already too famous.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. I was already on
No,
the
not
other
even like
Disney
that.
show.
I was just like, no way they're gonna put me in 2 shows.
I
Right?
auditioned for V and I did not get it.
Well, Zeno, I was there for your audition, and you completely knocked it out I guess it's just natural for you, but like dialed in immediately and definitely found
I think
stuff.
because I was in between sessions and I had to do his audition because it was due really quickly. Or it wasn't due quickly. I was just like late.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh wait, I have to do this audition. I gotta do it quick. And so I was just like, send.
end up being the best.
Yeah.
Those are always the
That's the ones you
Because you
always
can't
end up getting.
overthink it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just like, all right, send whatever. I'm not gonna get it.
Yep.
I totally remember. I mean, didn't you have to like? You had some very loud scream or like?
Yeah, there
There was
was.
some kind of emotional, very high emotional
Yeah.
moment that I just remember being like, oh my god.
This is the guy.
So you guys will listen to all the auditions too?
Dana would send me
Perfect.
some of them.
The selects?
Yeah.
That's interesting. I never knew that. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure
That's
there was
not
one-
nerve-wracking at all.
Yeah.
Nope, not at all.
Do you want to see this Joker?
But yeah, that's probably that ending thing. I probably did added something to that, like that end monologue where I was just like, because that's something I would probably do.
So one of the questions from Twitter is, if your character could be any animal, what animal would it be? And also, is there anything they carry in their pocket?
That's a good question.
What
Right?
a fun question.
Right?
The animal has pockets
Frida,
or
you always ask the
assumed
best
clothes.
questions. Yeah.
A dog. Hunter's a dog for sure.
Oh
Like
my
a lab?
gosh, you're
Yeah.
so right.
Yeah.
That's
Oh
so
my
funny.
gosh.
Like a golden retriever.
I was gonna say, I was like, man, will I go there? Yeah,
So
probably.
desperate for love.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and attention and being.
But
yeah.
not happy like a dog.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah, but loyal.
Is there like a
Yeah.
sad
Like
kind
a
of
sad dog.
Like a kicked dog.
Yeah, I know.
Yes,
I didn't want to
like
go there.
Luna,
but
my dog
yeah.
Luna.
Like a rescue. It's like a
Yeah.
rescue dog.
Yeah, like.
Does he carry anything in his pocket?
I was gonna say like a picture of like the
Bella.
you know?
Like a folded up Polaroid.
like kind of like probably like photo Polaroid as like an inspirational quote on it, right? Like, you know, like, yeah, I can start my day now. Yeah.
Eden, what about Boscha?
She would be a dragon.
A
because
yes.
She would just like take everybody out in one fell swoop whenever she was feeling mad.
And what would she carry in her pocket?
Her Penstagram.
I mean,
Phone, always on that phone.
boom, yes. What about Luce?
Oh, no, you do you first.
You do you. Okay. Lilith, I think, would be, she'd be a raven. I mean, I know that's like probably cliche at this point. Although maybe season 1 Lilith would be a raven. Season 3 Lilith would probably be like a seagull. You know?
Yes.
She's kind of like aimless and like, I guess I'll look for a bagel. What does she carry in her pocket? She carries like bagels. She carries like really heavy books that are constantly weighing her down.
That are overdue at the library.
She's such a nerd. And a spare pair of glasses that have been broken in the middle. Now, season 1, totally different Lilith, but we won't go there. All right.
No, I was thinking like a cat, but like a real frisky cat, or maybe a dog, like a puppy, but something that like is very fluffy.
Like a llama.
Oh, just drooling everywhere. That's loose. Yeah. A llama. Just all over myself.
What
Yeah.
does she carry in her
Yeah,
pocket?
and they're very fierce llamas, so that's not a
are.
bad comparison. They're very fearsome.
Oh, someone says otter loose.
Otter loose.
Otter loose would be a good one.
Otter's very cute, fluffy. I can use tools. I have a pocket full of oysters.
You hold hands when you sleep.
I hold hands in my sleeve. I'll take that. I'll take otter.
Man.
I said otter. That was my thought.
Right. Thank you. Not Instagram. Totally not.
Yeah. What would be in Luce's pocket?
Llama loose. Otter
Oh,
loose.
my little. What do you call it?
A little like
Tamagotchi thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, my Tamagotchi.
Egg friend.
Because you gotta feed it. You gotta have your egg friend with you at all times.
Okay. Jabo, we have a question about people who are aspiring writers in animation. Do you have any advice?
Oh, I would just say, I think just think about what you like, the stuff that you like the most. Just think about why you like it and what makes it funny or what makes it interesting to you, and then try to do it yourself. That's
And what was your journey? Where did you come from? Were you a master electrician and like?
no,
Who I really like cartoons. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
but
stop this electricity stuff.
No, I always wanted to do some kind of, YA or fantasy type writing. And then I saw Adventure Time when it first came out. And I really liked
Yes.
it a lot. And so I came out here to try to do animation because it seemed like a nice
Please.
you could, yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can just do so much fun stuff in it. And,
Was this your first job? No.
no, this wasn't. I had, various other.
Okay.
But
we
this is
won't
my
go there.
best
This
job.
is the best one.
Yeah, the best one.
Right answer.
Yeah.
Correct answer.
On the live, for the live.
There's, like I said, there's a bunch of spoilery questions on Twitter, and I love you guys, but I can't answer them. John, there is a question from Yuki Frill, who is an amazing artist. If you don't follow them on Twitter, she's amazing. She wants to know if there is any fun facts about the Blight parents that you could be so kind as to share.
Oh.
That you can share without spoilers.
Okay, I can share. Fun facts. Well, what do we know about them already?
Okay.
I mean, we kind of know that they were high school sweethearts, right?
I don't know.
I don't think we know that, and I don't think that's a spoiler.
Okay.
There it
Okay.
is.
That's not really a spoiler.
That is not gonna
There
be.
you go.
There it is. That's your idea. That's
It
it.
is.
Yeah,
They were
so
high
they've
school
been
sweethearts.
together. They've been together for a long time.
Fan art commence.
They have what? 3
Frill
beautiful
is an
children.
amazing artist.
And I don't know. I don't know what brought them together in the first place, really. But see how.
Who's Adalia's
Okay.
favorite?
I had a
that's
joke, but I didn't know if it was
That's a
accidentally
great question.
explained.
Boy, who do you think your favorite would be? I mean,
It's not Edric.
freaking Ed.
Yeah, it's not Ed. It's definitely not
That's
him.
Dad's favorite.
Right?
It's gotta be Ed, but like maybe it's not. Like
No,
maybe,
it can't
maybe
be.
it's Amity
It
just
should-
for like
yeah.
I think her favorite is
ferocity.
herself.
Yeah. Maybe she likes none of them.
I'm the best blind.
Maybe she likes none of them. Yeah, that's very possible.
Kind of. Right?
Yeah, I could
A
see
little
that.
Lucius Malfoy. Like,
Yeah.
How many Pentagram followers would each character have? Lily has like 4.
Lewis would have like 45. I think she was popular.
She'd be like, wow,
She's like, oh my god, I'm so cool.
Jerba, how many is Jerba?
Sherpa might a lot. Probably.
Are you Instagram famous? Like millions of followers?
Wait, are you his voice too on the show?
No.
Okay.
No.
Does he have any lines? He can't even handle any
He had a
lines.
couple in this one.
spoke.
He did.
spoke.
He did.
There's a real life Jerbo out there.
Hunter would probably have like 5 followers. He'd only be one following.
And it would be
He would.
Gus,
If we lose Gus,
Willow.
Willow, and that's kind of it. And
Right.
then he'd follow just Bellows
Yeah.
back.
Boscha's got like all of
Basha
Hexside.
has all the followers.
Yeah,
I guess she's the
but
only
a
one.
little bit less than Amity, right?
And
that
then, like,
bothers
just bugs her.
Yeah.
Probably a little less, and then Amity hasn't posted in a year. Just to like
Right.
twist the knife.
Not do anything.
Yeah.
Then the
Any of them
followers.
actually
just
be
like
like
all
Pentagram
cute pictures of
famous?
Lucy
Any
and
of them make a
Amity.
career out of it? Okay, Boscha
I think
could.
Boscha
Yeah,
could.
I
yeah,
think
Boscha
she-
could get like money from it.
Yeah.
And I think
Yeah.
I
Boscha
think,
has sponsors.
I think if Willow started posting her workouts, she could totally like she could Peloton.
That's
that
how,
shit.
that's how she's gonna get all her
Fitness.
equipment.
Yeah.
Fitness with
Workouts.
Chloe wants to know who wrote the "Now I'm only scarred emotionally" line because that is gold.
I think that's got to be Dana. That seems
Gold.
Like
Just
I
dark
love
enough
that.
to be Dana.
Yeah.
Zeno, what was your favorite moment in Any Sport in a Storm?
Yeah, kind of like I said, the beginning where he's like planning, he's like, oh, recruits, like they must be into teenagers, into what I'm into, like authority and rules.
You
It's
get
like,
to
so
sleep
true.
in until 6 a.m.
Where it's like, oh, I could climb out the mountain and see who survives on the way down.
I mean, you were
Classic.
laughing. You're like,
Yeah. Classic.
Gabby's asking if I did the actual dance when I said let's boogie down to History Town, and you better fucking believe I did.
Yeah.
You better believe I did.
Yeah.
She can
did you
ver- she can
inspire? Was the
confirm.
movement there first?
Oh, it was amazing. It was.
I think I even had the eyebrow lift when I was like a bad girl historian like myself.
I changed my favorite moment.
Okay.
My favorite moment is Hunter smiling at the end.
Oh,
Enjoy
I
it. Yeah. I was like, oh my god, he's smiling.
No, I still don't like you.
tired
Yeah,
boy.
it's
I don't like you.
Feelings mutual.
That's not true. You want my approval.
Yeah, no,
you want
yeah.
everyone's
Absolutely,
approval.
100%. I want you to like me.
We have another question for John. Since we have a writer on this episode, how do you work with both the writers who are working with so many characters and the voice actors? I'm just like spotlighting you on this.
Here, Jay, you want to feel the pressure? Talk to your fans.
Working with so many characters and the voice actors who get to know one character much more deeply. So I guess they want to know what your process is for working with so many people on an episode like this.
Well, we really don't have to work with the voice actors, unfortunately.
Ever.
Boo!
But it's fun because we get to hear
We just
their
get to hang out at parties. That's
we get
it.
to hear their magic. We
And
get
in Mickey's
to
backyard.
And in my backyard.
we just write it and then we hand it over to them, and everyone on this show is so great that they just are amazing at it.
It's Eden.
Yeah. Eden
But
makes
yeah, I
us
think-
all shine.
I mean, I don't think there's a better voice acting true on television. It's just every voice.
I mean, right? Like, do we have a 20 for him later too?
I have a bunch of $2 bills.
Everyone's perfect. So yeah.
Yes, because Cissy gave them to me.
I got a bunch of $2
From the
bills
Tooth
for the
Fairy.
Tooth Fairy.
We got it from the Tooth
Nice.
Fairy. So
Nice.
I have about $30 in $2 bills.
they only give them out in packs of 100, so I had 100 $2 bills. So I was just
I know.
paying for
God.
everything with
Mama
$2.
eccentric.
She's got all the $2 bills.
Do call me if you need $2 bills. I got you. What else? Just trying to get through all of these questions. There's some really good questions. Somebody's asking if Lilith is autistic, and I cannot confirm. I don't know. That I will leave that to Dana because this character comes from her heart, and I can't speak for Dana. So that's all I can say. Sorry.
Spoilers.
I know. Can we expect Lilith to have her own spin-off?
Oh,
So
That'd be so cool.
she needs it.
that would be dope. Will there ever be a book that could explain the anatomy of Hootie?
Oh, you can't explain that in a book.
Can you illustrate? Can you write it
No,
and
no,
and
you
we'll
can't.
get the team to illustrate it?
It wouldn't. The pages would burn.
It would be like on a banned books list the minute it was
It's
released.
like one of those pages that you can like pull out and it like extends and it's just like a
You guys
Hootie.
see?
Oh my God, can you give us behind the scenes? Because like we haven't gotten your.
Yes.
I didn't work on this episode at all though.
So tell us what you do know, because you always know the insider scoop.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the cool
That's
thing
it.
about production is that you get to work with like every department. So it's like, you know, I'll be in design reviews, and then it's like, you know, I had to record today with Eden that I got to sit in on.
We did. It was fun.
So yeah, no, so it's like a lot of fun. So you get to like jump around and stuff. So most of the stuff I did was post production on the second half of S2B and like season 3. But when you're on production, you're like organizing like design reviews and stuff for like, you know, the backgrounds, like the characters. Oh yeah, do you want to check out the
Wait,
Hunter
what?
pin?
Yeah.
So sorry.
I came decked
No.
out. I came dripped out.
He's got his own swag.
Yeah.
Wait, how do you have all the coolest?
Right?
Someone gave this to me at a convention. They were like, "Hey, I want you to have this pin," and I was like, "Oh my gosh, thank you."
Speaking of,
my God,
everybody
it's
keeps
gold.
asking who made the plush hoodie that we've been doing the commercials
yeah.
for.
Oh.
Lacey Lou Design
Lacey Lou
on
Design.
Instagram made those suckers. They are 3 feet
There's
long.
also a tiny one if you have a tiny
She
home
makes
like
tiny
me
ones.
and you don't have a big one.
and she makes them in all.
Dana's here. Hi, Dana.
Hi, Dana.
Oh no,
So angry. She immediately
she's mad about the spoilers.
Dana's gonna leave immediately.
I thought she would send.
We all get a text like, never come back to work.
You're all being replaced, all of you.
Dana, request to join.
In real life,
Yeah,
we're
Dana.
all Hunter.
I know,
We're all
we're all
Hunter.
Dana, if you want me
Or
to
Dana,
add,
if you
link
have a
twice.
question.
I checked for the flapjack plushie. It's sold out. You guys bought them all.
I got one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going to.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yo, send the link next time.
The Mystery Shack. Mystery Shack has everything.
Mystery Shack. I mean,
Dana says
obviously,
hi.
after this latest
Dana
episode,
says
he was
hi.
like, "Are you just tempting me with like the seal and the socks
Yeah.
and all this stuff?" So, Mystery Shack, if you're here,
Mystery Shack.
you're amazing.
You need a
Yeah.
cake,
So,
like a messed up cake.
Yes.
That'd be
We
so
so
cute.
patched in. Yeah.
Somebody's asking if your characters are DC or Marvel. If you could have them be in any metaverse, would it be DC or Marvel?
Who would choose DC?
I mean, Bosch is DC because the lesser. But
Lesser.
Me too.
next,
I mean,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I would be there too.
Hunter's
Is this the
DC.
cool place? Am I in the cool
Yeah.
place?
Hunter watched the Batman and was like, yeah,
gotta be that.
That guy. Yeah, I'm
like-
sure.
Luce would watch the Marvel movies and be like that, and then she would get like relegated to some DC canceled TV show that never.
I also feel like she would be best friends with Peter Quill.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they're
I think Luce
so...
gets friends in real life. I'm so honored. I didn't
Maybe
know.
Drax. I don't
Maybe.
know.
Drax. Drax is more her speed. I think it's.
Has there been a line that was hard to get out, whether it was just emotional or difficult in general?
Who's that for? All of us?
All of us, yeah.
For me.
I mean, the...
Start with Boscha.
Yeah. Any lines that have
Any
been hard to say?
emotional
Was it hard being
lines
mean?
from Boscha?
no, nothing.
Yeah, it's all gotta go somewhere. Right? it's like so nice.
Rebecca, any mean lines for you to say to
Mean
us?
lines?
Anything, any mean thing you had to say to anyone?
Any shit talked about us when the cameras aren't
No.
rolling?
What's the meanest thing you've said when we were on Zoom and we couldn't hear you?
The mean. I don't even talk on Zoom. They're so emphatic in those emails. Like, do not say anything in the session when you're, you know, listening to the
Really?
voice actor. You're like, okay.
When Tati was on
I
session,
can't.
I'm like, Tati,
It's like in
I was gonna say, I'm always like,
letters.
hi, and then I just see they like send me little emojis.
like
Little
waving at
See him in the corner.
They're so emphatic in those emails, like big bold orange letters. Do not speak or turn on your camera. I'm like, okay.
I'm
Don't
sorry.
distract the actors, the wild animals.
But,
Okay, what's your emotional line that you're actually allowed to speak of right now?
I'm allowed to speak about.
Yeah, no spoilers.
Spoilers, let's not get fired.
I know. I don't know. Hard. That was hard to do. I can't really think.
What about your breakdown in the cave? I feel like that was hard.
No, that was easy. Being unhinged is easy for me.
so is it the being nice stuff?
It's true. It's like Bellows and the Palisman. Zeno like feeds off of it.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't like the drama.
Yeah,
Like, he's like, yes. Let me
I was like,
do
oh, I get to go
it.
crazy. That's what I'm looking forward to that part.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe the hardest, I guess delivery wise is like figuring out how to like turn Hunter off for this one. It was like he had to kind of blend in, and like what does that look like when I'm very used to playing in one way, right? So
And you didn't even know it, but you were playing a role that you didn't understand. Like you don't know what teenagers are like.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, so yeah, exactly. So he's like trying to blend in by being himself, but also he doesn't know how everyone else acts. So it's like, how is Hunter when he's not like depressed and emotional and stuff? You know, like how is he when he's not like absolutely fixated on
Yes.
something or like having a snarky comment or whatever? So I just turned it to him like like kind of spurning affection, right? It's like, get away from me. You know, what is
Like
that?
a little raw nerve.
Yeah,
He's never been out.
Yeah.
Well, that's horrible.
What about Lewis? Did you have a line? Oh God, I feel since we're not like trying to get.
She was tired of me sweating all over her. I'm so.
I'm sweting.
I'm a damp lady.
Was there a? I'm damp lady.
I feel that's a loose line. That's something Loose would say.
Is there something that you had a particularly hard time cutting? Like any part of the writing? Like we really want to keep this.
He's merciless.
No, I think I kind of always, I feel like there's no line that you can't cut, really, like, and that if you usually just leads to good things, and you know, because you can always add it back. But I don't think any line is irreplaceable thing.
You're so wise. I'm the opposite. If I was a writer,
Yeah, I'd be like,
this
this
keep
scene is
everything.
important.
I know it's a
because-
22-minute show, so it's gonna be 95 minutes. Yeah. What's hard for Luce? I don't know. I cry all the time in real life and on the show. Anytime Luce like looks at an animal, I'm choked up. The Camila episode, I cried the whole episode just knowing what was gonna happen.
Yeah.
I cry a lot, so a lot of things. Anything that you think is remotely sad, I probably cried about in my house and then went and recorded and cried.
That's why we get along so
You cried
well.
reading it, you got in there, and you cried again.
I would say I probably the Why Were You So Easy to Curse? Like I remember the first time I screamed it at the top of my lungs, and it like caught in my throat, and then I never was able to get it again. Right? I feel like you used the first take because it was just raw and real, and like you know I've said it before. Like I cried when I said that line, and then trying to get back to that level of just hatred. Like I'm not a hater. It's probably weird to know that about me, but getting to that level of just shame and fury and rage was heavy.
Shame.
Yeah.
Poor Lilith.
And it wasn't hatred for Ida, it was self-hatred.
Yeah.
And
just,
mommy issues.
And mommy issues.
Years.
Yeah. But yeah, it was fun.
It was fun. Actors. That's how we are. Painful, hurtful things, they're fun. They're fun for us.
Awesome. Sorry, we're just conferring some things, trying to
It's all your questions.
So don't
okay.
put the camera on you. Don't put the camera on you. Should I turn it away while we're
Yeah, you can put it on
conferring?
me. Hi, so commercial
like our
break.
text
This
page.
is the
yes.
Golden Guard
Yes.
mask from
Available
the Mystery
at
Shack.
Oh yeah, where's
Shack.
Yeah, the Mystery Shack.
Wait, do they still have them?
Yeah, they just put them on I don't know, but they just released
Okay,
it.
good. I'm so glad
this
to hear that
weekend.
because I check it regularly.
Yeah, and it always sold out.
I have not seen that.
This is new, yeah.
I think it is
Very
brand
new.
new. It's like a
Like,
couple days ago.
literally.
So.
Can we all
Literally.
be Hunter for Halloween? All of
Yes.
us? And
Oh
then
my
we'll-
gosh!
no,
Owl House
Owl House.
crew party, and we're just all Hunter.
That would be amazing.
I'll start sewing my
that's so
cape
cool.
too.
Yes.
That's a good idea.
Me too. And I'll like rip it off.
Because I
and then-
also can't sew.
Yeah.
We've gone way over. We
Yeah.
only go 30 minutes, and it's 8:45. Do you guys have anything else you want to say? Drop your.
What do you wish people knew, or what do you get asked so many times that you want to just tell the world the thing about?
Wow. Such a big question.
I mean,
What
just
about
get
me?
ready for the Amphibia Owl House crossover. Season finale.
Bless.
Yeah,
Wouldn't that
totally
be
happening.
It's happening.
Yep, for sure.
Everybody doesn't believe me when I say it, but then when it happens, you guys are all going to be surprised.
Me too.
I'm so mad at you for ruining that.
I'm sorry. Sorry, Dana.
It's supposed to be a surprise.
And what do you wish people knew, John?
Oh, what do I wish they knew? That's a great question.
Or what was like secretly behind the scenes the best moment that no one will ever know?
Oh.
Ooh.
Moments got left on the cutting room.
Oh.
Yeah. What's that? What's that thing?
Wait,
the best-
he's reviewing it before this.
No, the best moments are just the crazy things that we, always wanted to do but didn't do. Just in terms of them being too insane, or I think that stuff is fun. The fun drawings that all the artists would do of insane things happening that were violent.
That Disney was like, no.
The bellows Hootie. I do like the bellows Hootie.
That's very unsettling, and Hootie content really gets cut.
I will never get
Hootie
over
is,
the image of like Hootie with his coat on the wire and just the skeleton.
Oh my
Yeah, it's so good.
That
Die. Like,
was.
season 1 when Amity is like, if he touches me again, I'm gonna kill him.
Yeah.
And then I'm just like screaming, trying to stop them fighting. Like that is just so vivid because I just feel like Hootie is just this omnipresent demon.
Birdworm. He's a birdworm.
He's the demon birdworm, and
Yeah.
that
Birdworm.
demon part
The
is
demon
like,
part.
He's a guy.
he's a god.
Eden, what do you wish
Demi.
people knew?
I mean,
Hootie's a demon.
Besides the fact that Hootie's a demigod.
nothing spoilery. But I wish people knew how much it meant, like, to all of us that when they make it trend every week.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like
I can't get over it. Like every time I see like Owl House trending,
Yeah.
I freak out.
Yeah.
I know.
And the fact that people are respond to it is just
Mhm.
it's so meaningful.
Yeah.
So that's the only. I mean, I know that that's not
No, it is. It
but
never gets
but
up.
like
It never
I don't
stops
think people
being
can
the
really
best.
understand how powerful it is.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Especially since usually
so
you
cool.
do stuff and it just goes into
Like,
the ether.
unnoticed. Yeah, it's like a void.
Yeah.
You're like, hope
And
people
there's
like
so
this.
much television.
Yeah.
There's so much good stuff out there. So the fact that the Owl House cuts through every
Yeah,
week is
actively
just
chosen.
and the fan art. Like,
Yeah.
And the
fan art.
cosplay.
And
I try to repost
And the
everything.
memes,
Which-
Gosh,
the
there's their
ridic-
attention to
and the memes
detail.
and the
Memes are so
ridiculous
good.
creativity
Yeah.
around this show. Like, it's unreal.
Yeah.
So good.
You guys rock.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
about really. Anything? What about you?
What about you, Becca?
I know.
On the spot.
I'm trying to think of not spoilery stuff.
Oh, just do a spoiler.
I wish you knew the ending,
I wish
so
you
we
knew
could
the
talk
ending,
about
so
it.
You don't need a job.
I wish you all worked on the show,
Yeah.
so you knew how it ended.
Well, Rebecca did say that the next 3 episodes are her favorites.
The next 3 episodes are some of my personal favorites, starting with Reaching Out, which is going to be out tomorrow. Which will be a really fun episode.
Which we will talk about next week.
And then Them's the Breaks Kids, which is another really great episode. And then Hollow Mind is after that. So they're all very different, but I love them all just for very specific reasons. But I think people will really enjoy what's to come.
You're right. And we have a special surprise. It was Rebecca's birthday yesterday, and we brought cupcakes. So on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3.
Gosh.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Rebecca. Happy birthday to you.
You're turning 1.
And with that, we bid you adieu. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for being here.
Happy birthday wishes!
Yes. Find Eden at Eden Riegel on Twitter. Hey Rebecca Rose on Twitter.
You know where to find me.
You know where to find this. Yeah. Wait, what is it again?
Childish Gambino.
Saying Childish Gambino,
John Bailey Owen.
John Bailey Owen,
Snark later on Twitter.
Snark later on Twitter.
So
Cissy
snarky.
Speaks.
Sissy.
Thank you all for being here.
Bye.
Go on, Sissy.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.